Let's go.
Welcome inside Carver Gym on this very special Valentine's Day. What a better evening than to watch a basketball game. Shawn Walli alongside Cupid himself, Ben Bagley. Ben, pleasure to be with you on Valentine's Day.
Shawn, love is in the air. I'm glad I could spend it here with you today. On the court today, we have a great matchup between the Vikings and the Montana State University Billings Yellow Jackets. Talking about love, somebody who loves this team more than anybody, you had a chance to interview Ryder Cunningham, bench manager before this game. Let's see what Ryder had to say.
Thanks a lot, Ben. Here with Ryder Cunningham, the longtime team manager for Western Washington men's basketball. Ryder, your 15th year with the team. What has that been like for you?
It has been a pleasure every year. It's something I look forward to every year, and this year's team I really bond with. It's a great team. Every year I pick a great guy to talk about, and one of those guys is RJ Seacrest.
Kind of a bittersweet night for you then. RJ's final home game since he is a senior for men's basketball.
Yes, and the friendship that we've had and connected with is probably one of the best. I've known that guy for 5 years, and he's more than a friend, he's a brother.
What is the role of a team manager? What do you do for men's basketball throughout the season?
Well, during practice, I come in and help hand out the basketballs and then just help them rebound and just cheer them on. And then during the games, so this year I'm talking to Lucas Holden, and I give him my pregame talk and tell him what I would like to have him do. And then we talk at halftime, and then and just give them water during timeouts, and give them towels, and just be the sixth man, help my brothers out.
What's your favorite part about working with the basketball team?
Just like I said, the friendship and brotherhood and taking care of Tony. Somebody's got to take care of that guy.
Very true. It's good that you're there to take care of not only Coach Dominguez, but the players as well.
Yes.
And you're a huge fan. I see you cheering the team on right here next to us on the broadcast. You do a great job.
Thank you, Shawn.
Now, what do you think the team has to do not only tonight, but the rest of the season?
I think just come together and focus on how well they want to finish the season. And tonight's the last season game for the guys, and we can go out strong and just keep marching to that title and take one game at a time.
If you could tell Viking Nation anything right now on that camera, what would it be?
Just come out, support the Vikings. We're looking forward to that step to the national championship. Got to win the playoffs, but take one game at a time and go Vikings.
Ryder Cunningham, 15 years as team manager for men's basketball here at Western Washington University. Ryder, thanks for everything you do, and go Vikings.
Thank you, Shawn. Appreciate it.
Ben, back to you.
And Shawn, you talk about Ryder Cunningham. Man, if you're a fan of Western athletics, you got to know Ryder. Ryder's all around here. He works in the rec center on campus. He's all around the Bellingham community. He is one of the staples in Whatcom County sports. I'm so glad you had a chance to talk with him.
And there he is right in front of us. You can see him on camera as well. And man, 15 years he's dedicated to this squad, this school, this team.
And you know, Ryder is one of the few coaches remaining from that 2012 national championship team. And when I talk to him every year, you know, he's always hinting. He's like, you know, this feels a little bit different than that team, or this feels the same as that team. He knows what it feels like to win a national championship, and that experience is necessary.
You know, he mentioned he has to keep Coach Tony Dominguez in line. I laughed at that, but part of that could be a little true, and so we'll have to razz Coach Dominguez about that a little bit here tonight.
Yeah, Coach Dominguez, he likes to get fiery. Ryder's always the one there to ground him and say, hey, Coach, it'll all be all right.
We're getting set for Montana State Billings and Western Washington here on Valentine's evening. Thank you for joining us. Hey, grab a dinner, grab a beverage, grab the chocolate cupcakes, and let's do this thing.
Yeah, let us be your date for tonight.
Let's get you over to our public address announcer, Brian
Fans,
Johnson,
at this time,
for
we'd
the
like to
national
ask you
anthem
to
and
rise
starting lineups
if
here
you
at
are
Carver
able,
Gym.
and remove your hats. It's time now to honor America as the Western Washington University Band plays our national anthem. Now, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's contest as your Vikings play host to the Montana State University Billings Yellow Jackets. First, we'll meet the visitors from Montana State Billings. At guard, a 6-foot senior number 2, Damon Thacker. At forward is a 6'8" junior number 4, Bilal Shabazz. At guard, a 6'2" junior number 13, Carrington Wiggins. At forward, a 6'5" freshman number 24, Nicholas Sebastio. At center, a 6'11" freshman number 32, Emmanuel Anjanaku. The Yellow Jackets, they're coached by Mick Durham. He is assisted by Luke Finley and Zach Sutton. 6-man. Are you ready? fans, it's time to bring out the Vikings starting five. At guard, a 6-foot junior, number 3, Daniel Hornbuckle. At guard, a 6'2" senior, number 4, R.J. Seacrest. At guard, a 5'10" sophomore, number 5, the Rocket, D'Angelo Menace. At forward, a 6'8" senior, number 15, Dakota Ayala. And at forward, a 6'8" junior, number 22, Jalen Green. Your Vikings are coached by Tony Dominguez. He is assisted by David Dunham, Bob Hofstetter, Otavio Jude, A.J. Albritton, and Garrett Thibodeau. 6-man, it's game time!
We are set for GNAC basketball. MSU Billings and Western Washington getting it on Valentine's Day. Shawn, Walli, Ben Bagley along for the ride tonight. This is a makeup of a postponement earlier this season. 20-minute halves times 2. Dakota Ayala jumping for Western Washington. Emmanuel Ujanuko wins the tip for MSU Billings.
MSU Billings is 4th in the conference coming into this game. Vikings are 8th. They've also lost their last 2 games, both at home, looking to change their tides.
MSU Billings 500 on the season, 11 wins, 11 losses, and they begin the game with the first points of the game. Carrington Wiggins with the runner.
There's a nice scoop shot there by Wiggins. He's their leading scorer with just a hair under 17 points per game.
Jalen Green down low to Ayala, who goes baseline with the layup. We are tied at 2.
So interesting here, Dakota Ayala in the starting lineup in place of Luke Lovelady. They go down low to the big man, and he scores the first bucket.
MSU Billings 7-5 on the conference schedule this season. Western Washington 5-7. Billings down low. Now they go back outside. Shabazz with it. He gives it up to Thacker. Thacker for 3, wants a foul, doesn't get it. And we have a shot clock violation. Western Washington will take over.
Nice defense there by Jalen Green. Green's 6'8", Thacker is just 6 foot. So Green did a nice job of not fouling, but just using his height advantage, just putting his arms up, not making contact, disrupting the shot, forcing the shot clock violation.
R.J. Seacrest to Jalen Green. Menace right back to Green. Green the fake pass, drives the lane. His little runner goes. First lead for the Vikings, 4-2.
Good to see the Vikings drop in their first 2 shots. They've had poor shooting performances in their last 2 games, so getting some buckets early has got to do a lot for their confidence.
3 on the way, off the front of the iron. Missed by Thacker. Offensive rebound to MSU Billings, and that time the 3 is down with a splash by Wiggins.
Wiggins is their star. He plays the most minutes, he scores the most points, and he shoots 33% from deep. Got that one.
R.J. Seacrest swings it to Menace in front of the Billings bench. Seacrest, what a touch to Hornbuckle for 3. Rims out.
It's a shot that
Rebound to Wiggins.
A shot Hornbuckle can make. He's first in the GNAC in 3-point percentage. There's a travel.
Bilal Shabazz had the run. Should have had the layup, but instead he traveled. As you see Jalen Green with the touch. MSU Billings up 5-4. Jalen Green, top of the key. Hornbuckle back to Jalen. Green 1 dribble, fires a 3. Rims out. Rebounds to the Yellow Jackets. Wide open three in the corner. You can't leave a good shooter open. And Nicholas Sebastio hits.
Yeah, he is their leading three-point shooter, shooting a hair over 40%. And the Yellow Jackets now have a 4-point lead.
Daniel Hornbuckle gets it back from Dakota Ayala. Ayala not afraid to shoot from out there. Menace finds Green. Fires another three. A lot of threes early from Western Washington.
Yeah, but they're 0 of 3, yet to hit from behind the line.
Nice movement without the basketball, but hey, a nice defensive play there by Jalen Green, getting a hand on that ball. Out of bounds will be Yellow Jacket ball.
We talked earlier about Jalen Green being the bigger defender, 8 inches taller. This time against Ujinoku, he's 6'11". So how about Jalen Green making the defensive play despite the lack of height?
Thacker off the double screen. Ball nearly poked away by Ayala. Shabazz for three. Seems to be a theme in the GNAC.
Yeah, and more three-pointers are flying. In their last game against St. Martin's, the Saints absolutely torched the Vikings from deep. Already the Yellow Jackets have hit 3 long bombs.
Hornbuckle off the front iron. 11-4 Yellow Jackets early. Damon Thacker to Wiggins. Wiggins works off the screen. He's in the lane. Jalen Green gets a hand on the ball, but we have a foul. The Viking foul on RJ Seacrest. There'll be foul shots after this timeout. 15:30 left. 11-4 Yellow Jackets here in Bellingham.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you.
Back inside Carver Gym as we get set for free throws for Montana State Billings. Shawn Walli with Ben Bagley, our entire Vikings TV crew, doing some great work on Valentine's Day. Are we all in trouble with whoever we may or may not have at home?
Potentially. I know I'm not. You may be. You made the doghouse. I'm good. I'm clean today. For the Vikings in this game, as the Yellow Jackets are shooting free throws, that's now a 10-0 run by the Yellow Jackets in the last 3 minutes of action. Make that 11-0. The Vikings, they made their first 2 baskets, and they've missed their last 4, all 3-point shots.
13-4 Yellow Jackets. Vikings need offense. Menace gets the loose ball, fires a 3. Common theme in the first 5 minutes, Vikings missing a 3-pointer. Wiggins down low, Jalen Green, nice hands without the basketball, pokes it away. RJ Seacrest behind the back dribble, finds Ayala, right back to Seacrest. Vikings swing it, Green has it. Green backing down baseline, outside Ayala. Thought about the 3 instead. The 16-footer, very short. Yellow Jackets already up 9. Wiggins goes down low. Ayala on defense for Western Washington. Point blank shot missed. Ayala tracks down the loose ball. Jalen Green with it for Western Washington. Only 2 baskets in just about 6 minutes of play. Ayala under the hoop. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Ujanoku for the Yellow Jackets. Leading by 9. They want more, and they get it. The long, they're going to say a 3. I thought he was inside the line, but no, they're giving a 3-pointer to Damon Thacker out of Meridian, Idaho at 16-4.
Vikings have missed their last 7 field goals.
Ayala saves it, but right to the Yellow Jackets. They're off and running. Nice move in the lane, the bump, foul, count the bucket. Nicholas Sebastio, 18-4. Cupid needs to show up for the Vikings.
And here's a look at that replay. Hornbuckle actually started sliding as he came in and tried to set his feet. Looks like his shoes were actually sliding across the floor a little bit. Got him out of position to try and draw that charge. Made it a blocking foul. And right now the Yellow Jackets in the last 5 minutes on a 16-0 run.
Three-point play converted by Nicholas Sebastio out of Scottsburg, Indiana. Just a freshman.
So far in this game, the Vikings are 2 of 9, and they're -9 on the boards. Yellow Jackets gobbling up those rebounds.
Jalen Green down to Luke Lovelady in the game for Western Washington. Loses the basketball. They say out of bounds to Montana State Billings.
Their second turnover as well. Here's the pass down low, and look at the double right there, poking the ball away. Nice job by Shabazz coming down and putting some extra defensive pressure on Lovelady. And Lovelady in the game now. It's his first time coming off the bench. He's been a starter in every other game.
Brett Finn and Malik Brickett in the game for Montana State Billings, and they drop yet another triple. Damon Thacker has 2. It's 22-4, Ben.
Vikings scored on their first 2 trips down the court and have not scored since. It's a 20-0 run.
Jalen Green double teamed. Finds Lovelady baseline up strong. His shot rejected from behind. Great play by Malik Brickett. A 3 from Finn, short. Seacrest tracks down the rebound, and he is fouled by Finn.
The Vikings on offense right now need to figure out something else. The Yellow Jackets are playing a 2-3 zone, and they're playing it well. The last 2 games at home, the Vikings have lost. As you see this shot by Thacker, knocking it down. The last 2 games the Vikings have lost at home. The other team has played a very, very strong 2-3 zone. Yellow Jackets are employing it here. Every time the ball goes into the post, they're immediately double teaming the player. 2 possessions ago, it was Luke Lovelady. Ball was tapped out of bounds. Last possession, it was Jalen Green, and it resulted in a turnover. Yellow Jackets have very good post defense right now. Vikings need to change it up.
Guy with a famous name for the Yellow Jackets in the game, Sam Elliott, not the world-renowned actor. We have a foul on the floor on Montana State Billings. Brent Finn hit with his second foul. And Ben, my apologies to our public address announcer, Brian Young. I combined his first name and Kevin Johnson of women's basketball, our public address announcer. Knew it was in the back of my mind. I talked to you about it last game. We have an offensive foul on Luke Lovelady. Nice move in the lane, but the contact, you see it right there in your living room as he runs into Sam Elliott.
Nice defensive play by Elliott, getting in front of the runaway train. Vikings have not scored in 6 minutes and 17 seconds. Yellow Jackets right now scoring at ease. Sebastiano's their leading scorer with 8.
Elliott hands off to Neary. Wiggins. Inside, all alone at the cup is Malik Brickett, 24-4.
Great play down low. Way to find the rack and get there.
Kai Johnson doing good work, going baseline with the spin. Wanted the foul, thought he got tapped on the head. First bucket for the Vikings in a very long time.
First bucket in nearly 7 minutes.
Wiggins, left side of the lane, a 20-point Yellow Jacket lead. Kai Johnson again in the lane. Does get the foul this time, and he'll head to the line. 26-6, all Yellow Jackets so far here in Bellingham. 11:08 left. Back after this on Vikings TV.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
So you get a look at Montana State Billings doing good things inside. Malik Breakit, 26-6. The scoreboard and your eyes are not deceiving you. Wow.
This is now the second game in a row the Vikings have faced a 20-point deficit in the first half. On Saturday, it was a 40-20 deficit against the St. Martin Saints. Happened a little earlier here tonight.
Johnson, out of Olympia, Washington, hits the free throw. Final home game in 21-22 for Western Washington. Kai Johnson hits the second. 26-8.
Right now the Yellow Jackets shooting over 60% from the floor and the field. Vikings shooting 27% from the field and 0. Big goose egg from deep. How about that backdoor cut? Nice job by Thacker blowing right past Daniel Hornbuckle.
Damon Thacker now with 8 on the evening. 8 of the Yellow Jackets, 28. Hornbuckle for 3. Rims off. Luke Lovelady bumped, fouled, count it.
There's a good play by the big man. Getting the offensive rebound, taking the contact, making the shot. Heads to the line. Take a look at it. Nice job extending that arm. And then throwing it up. Baby hook shot maybe, almost. He has a chance for a three-point play. Lovelady this season shooting 59% from the line.
Rattles that one home. Nicholas Sebastio back in the game for the Yellow Jackets. Wiggins at half court, guarded by Kai Johnson. Wiggins gets it back, right side of the lane. Stops the move inside. Left-hander is good. 30-11.
Yellow Jackets are now 11 of 16 from the floor. They've made 11 shots, only missed 5.
Lucas Holden in the game with the basketball for Western Washington. Looking for Johnson outside, intercepted by Thacker to the rack. Good defense by Johnson, and Jalen Green helps him out, grabs the basketball ahead to Luke Lovelady. Outside Holden, the sharpshooter, short.
Vikings still have not hit from outside. They're 0 of 7.
Damon Thacker the rebound, and he's across half court. Sam Elliott the triple, Off back iron, Jalen Green, another rebound. 9:30 and counting in half number 1. Tony Dominguez calling out the play for his Vikings, but Luke Lovelady explodes baseline for the dunk.
There was a good play, getting some off-ball movement. Lovelady feigned the screen and then just went back door. Kai Johnson found him beautifully.
A high-arcing three from the top with Jalen Green defending. Harrington Wiggins clapping as he backpedals.
Wiggins off to a perfect start. 12 points, 5 of 5 from the floor, and 2 triples.
Jalen Green wants the foul, doesn't get it, shot won't go. Rebound to Thacker. A 20-point Yellow Jacket lead. Wiggins exploding into the lane, another easy bucket for Montana State Billings, and they are fired up, and they should be.
They should be, and it's just too easy inside right now. They have 14 points in the paint, making it look very, very easy. There's a quick 30-second timeout here by Coach Dominguez. And I wonder what he's saying right now in that huddle. There's a look. That's 2 very nice moves. First, the pump fake to get Luke Lovelady. Then a little hesitation to blow past Jalen Green. And right now, the Yellow Jackets scoring at will inside, shooting very well from behind the arc. Defensively, you know, that's tough to stop when they're doing it everywhere. But offensively, not making a triple, only shooting 31%. They've dug themselves into a hole here now. Second game in a row, they need to climb the mountain early on.
For Western Washington, this is 3 games in 5 days.
Yeah.
That has to factor in on some level. Yes, these are student athletes. Yes, these are young men in great shape. They should be ready to play a game, but 3 games in 5 days, plus the travel schedule. The weekend and week prior, they were in Alaska. Then they had to come home, go to Central Washington, come back home.
It's exhausting. It's a grind. It is what it is. And coming up this next week, the women have 4 games, and I believe it's 6 days, so it's going to be the exact same. Just, it's a grind. It's tough, and I'm sure both these teams are, you know, tired legs, tired minds, tired bodies. It's especially tough late in the season. COVID has kind of backlogged all these games to the back of the season when you're most tired, most burnt out. So I've said it twice, but I'll say it again. It is a grind.
Johnson hits the first free throw as Seacrest and Menace return for Western Washington. Kai Johnson, the 6'3" freshman out of Olympia High School. I want to do a double take at the 20-point deficit this early in the ballgame.
It is all too real. Yellow Jackets shooting over 65% from the floor.
Good D by Johnson right in front of us. Courtside here at WECU Court. Jumper from the right elbow. Shabazz makes it 37-15.
Too easy to score for the Yellow Jackets. They've made 2/3 of their shots.
Menace to Lovelady. His jumper. Right to the Yellow Jackets, and back comes Thacker. Thacker explodes in the lane. Tried to find his teammate in the corner. Instead, the Vikings come away with it. Kai Johnson going up top to Lovelady for 2.
Good job to run the fast break. Lovelady had his eyes up as soon as he crossed half court. Pointing the finger. Johnson saw him. Beautiful alley-oop.
Let's give you some credit, Ben Bagley. You saw it, and we're pointing up as well.
There's a 2v1. You got a big man in transition, which it always should result.
Foul, and the bucket is good. Emmanuel Ujanuku will go to the line for a potential 3-point play. Foul on Luke Lovelady. 7:09 left in the first half. All Yellow Jackets as you take a look at the alley-oop to Lovelady on Vikings TV.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Carrington Wiggins doing good work for Montana State Billings. He's got 14 to lead all scorers.
Yeah, 14, and he hasn't missed from the floor. 6 of 6, 2 of 2 from deep, 2 rebounds, 2 steals as well. He has been leading the way. And I do have to mention here, Montana State Billings, 39 points now. Just 3 games ago at Alaska Fairbanks, they lost 62-36.
Stop.
They only scored 36 points in the entire game. They shot 3 of 29 from 3. So already here in the first half, in the first 13 minutes, they've already scored more points than they did just a week ago.
Just goes to show you how any given night the ball goes in, you're up 39-17. It doesn't.
Exactly.
You barely score 30 in an entire contest.
Exactly. In the last couple of games, there's just been a lid on the bucket for the Vikings, and the opponent, that bucket's looked about 3 feet wide. Opponent's shooting great, and Vikings just aren't finding the bottom of the bucket.
Menace short on the long jumper. Tony Dominguez just laughs. What else can you do? 6:45 and counting. Good defense by the Vikings, but they don't come away with the steal. The loose ball. Instead, it's another triple. Bilal Shabazz has 8 tonight, 42-17.
Shabazz, 2 of 2 from three-point land. Yellow Jackets shooting 70% from 3.
Kai Johnson throws the basketball off of a Yellow Jacket player. Viking basketball. Menace. Ayala right back to D'Angelo, his floater. Right off the square. 42-19, Yellow Jackets.
First points of the game for D'Angelo Menace. He missed his first 2 shots, knocked down the third.
Good swat from behind by Dakota Ayala. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Yellow Jacket ball.
Yellow Jackets on offense right now are doing a good job of getting the bigs out of the way. You see Lovely and Ayala up past the free throw line. Ayala ended up rotating late to get that block, but they're really spacing out Western's bigs, which is allowing them to get to the bucket so easily.
Thacker inbounds. Shabazz has it to Thacker. Jumper. Pretty and easy. 44-19.
And that was a really beautiful jump shot by Thacker. He's now the second Yellow Jack in double-digit points with 10.
Kai Johnson baseline floater. Good. Kai Johnson has been doing it on both ends for Western Washington, trying to get his team back in it.
Yeah, he leads the team with 8 points and leads the team with 2 assists. So the most involved one on offense right now.
Shabazz thought about the 3. Instead, finds Wiggins. Wiggins gets the ball back. Using the window, he is fouled, hits WECU Court, bucket good.
And the Yellow Jackets did a good job of forcing the switch. It was Menace guarding Wiggins, and they switched Jalen Green onto him. And then Green tried to get Ayala to come cover. Ayala came late, knocked his hands. Series of unfortunate events, and the Yellow Jackets a chance at the three-point play. That's been one of the issues with this Viking defense. Their help rotations have been very late. You know, as soon as a player gets past them, you need a guy there immediately. And the Vikings on defense right now, after the guy gets past, it takes about a second, and then somebody rotates. So they're just late on their rotations, and it's allowing so many easy layups.
Not often the Yellow Jackets miss, but they missed that free throw, does Wiggins. Menace, nowhere to go. Looking for Ayala. RJ Seacrest, 10 to shoot for Western Washington. Pass knocked away. picked up by the Yellow Jackets. Inside 5 minutes and a half, the Vikings would like to forget. Thacker, guarded by Kai Johnson. Wiggins, 10 to shoot for the Yellow Jackets. Wiggins, a long three. Rims out. Jalen Green ahead to Kai Johnson. Back come the Vikings. Got to make some kind of run in the final 4:15 of the first half if they want to have a shot in half number 2. Jalen Green, shot partially disrupted by Shabazz. Back come the Yellow Jackets. And even though the shot's contested by 2 Vikings, Briquette with the bucket.
This has been an excellent sequence for the Yellow Jackets. Great defensive stop, great pump fake and a pass for the bucket. They're on a roll.
Menace high off the window. It won't go. Ayala can't catch it. Seacrest tracks down a steal. Kai Johnson now in the lane. What a great pass. What kind of was it a behind the back? That was an amazing pass by Johnson nonetheless.
An amazing pass to the other team. Vikings have 6 turnovers.
Three minutes, 29 left in half number 1 here in Bellingham. Yellow Jackets and Thacker doing good things as they go down low to Briquette. 48-21 Yellow Jackets on Vikings TV.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Kai Johnson trying to help Western Washington get back in this one. Long way to go. 48-21. Vikings trail the Yellow Jackets of Montana State Billings. Nick Velp in the game for Western Washington, and he hits the three. 48-24 as we approach 3 minutes left. Half number 1.
That's the first triple the Vikings have made today. They are now 1 of 9. Coming off the hands of Nick Velp.
Long three missed by Sebastio. Back come the Vikings. Menace to Velp. Doesn't fire it. Gets it back to D'Angelo. Loses the basketball. Ball's up in the air. Velp tips it. Vikings recover. Velp finds Kai Johnson. Jalen Green outside to Velp. Seacrest from the right elbow. His fadeaway is good.
Yeah, Vikings finding a bucket in an unlikely way. Not to say RJ isn't great from the mid-range, but that wasn't quite the design play, and he made the fadeaway work.
Jalen Green pokes the ball away, but Shabazz tracks it down. 2 minutes left in the first half. One that's been all Yellow Jackets. Another three. Thacker misses, but a foul is called.
Foul's going to be on Velp. Got a little too close to the shooter up in his grill. It wasn't too much contact, but enough to necessitate a foul. So looking at the scoreboard here with just under 2 to play, Yellow Jackets about to shoot 3 free throws. Now it's worth mentioning that this Yellow Jacket team is the best defensive team in the GNAC. They lead the league in opponent field goal percentage. Opponents are only shooting 40% against them. They also lead the league in scoring defense. Opponents scoring under 65 points per game. Now, the Vikings, on the other hand, have the third best scoring offense in the league, scoring nearly 82 points a game. But right now, the immovable object is beating the unstoppable force, if you will. Defense for the Yellow Jackets just smothering the Vikings.
Unfortunately, a common theme carrying over from Saturday night.
Yeah, the offense is coming into WECU Court the last couple of games. I've been really, really good. And the Vikings haven't been able to match them. All 3 free throws also good there by Thacker. He's now up to 13 points. Wiggins leads all players with 16.
Final minute 50 of half number 1. Jalen Green, he's double teamed. Cross court, wide open. Hornbuckle for 3.
They're double teaming the post every time. If they're going to do that, that means somebody's open. Well done, Jalen Green, that time finding the open man. It was the best three-point shooter in the GNAC, wide open, and he knocked it down.
90 seconds left until halftime. Shabazz hands off to Wiggins. Thacker. Now Shabazz working on Green. Turn around. Off the rim. RJ Seacrest the other way across half court. D'Angelo Menace. His 3. Clangs off the iron. Rebound to Thacker. Final minute of half number 1. Thacker loses the basketball, gets it back. No travel called. Shabazz has it. Wiggins is fouled by RJ Seacrest. That'll send him to the line.
Yellow Jackets now in the bonus. That was the second foul on RJ Seacrest. Yellow Jackets have been good from the free throw line, 6 of 8. They're also shooting 63% from the floor, 58% from deep. They have had no problems on offense.
Wiggins out of Flint, Michigan, hits the free throw. He now has 17 of the 52 the Yellow Jackets have.
And he's only missed 1 shot. He's 7 of 8 from the floor. Also 3 rebounds and 3 assists. For the 6th leading scorer in the GNAC.
Second free throw good. Menace for the Vikings. To Velp. Jalen Green beyond the three-point line, the right-hand dribble. Attacks the baseline, and a foul is called on the floor. That'll be on the Yellow Jackets. Malik Briquette with the foul.
That was their last foul to give, so the next one will put the Vikings in the bonus. But that'll reset in 33.7 seconds at halftime.
Green inbounds to Velp. Green gets it right back. Left hand in the lane, loses the basketball, but it goes right to Menace. Right place, right time. 9 to shoot for the Vikings. Menace to Green. 5 to shoot. Wide open in the corner is Holden for 3.
Good sequence by the Vikings. It's now down to a 21-point lead. The biggest lead of the game was 27.
5 seconds left in half number 1. The first 20 minutes definitely belonging to MSU Billings. And that is how we end the first 20-minute stanza. Yellow Jackets stinging their way to a 53-32 lead over Western Washington.
My path to college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Highlights from the first half. Many more for the Yellow Jackets. Unfortunately, if you're a Viking fan, but if you're a Yellow Jacket fan, you're very happy with a 53-32 lead over Western Washington. Shawn, Walli, Ben Bagley, as we get set for half number 2.
Now, this game started off really good for the Vikings. It was 4-2. And then the Yellow Jackets went on a 22-0 run and kind of blew it open pretty fast. They have been shooting the lights out. The top defense in the GNAC has played a stellar defensive game. And the Vikings are looking for some second half answers. A bunch of different players scored for the Vikings. None hit double digits. But 9 different players did find the bottom of the basket. Montana State Billings, though, just shooting at a much higher percentage. Here's a look at those halftime stats. See that field goal percentage. Yellow Jackets shooting 20 points better. 3-point percentage. The Vikings are just 3 of 12. Yellow Jackets are 7 of 12. Look at that rebound margin. Vikings top of the GNAC in that rebound margin on the year, but it's been the Yellow Jackets just eating up the boards, +8 on the boards. And man, when you see those shooting numbers for MSUB, 63% from the floor, 59% from 3, that's tough to beat. Vikings need a better defensive effort in the second half.
You know, Ben, it's looking like once again it's coming down to the other team, like it was Saturday, St. Martin's. Now it's Montana State Billings, just hitting majority of their shots, nearly 2/3. And that's happening again here tonight in the first half.
Yeah, and you know, I'm watching these games, and I've been watching them back, really trying to look closely. And the Viking defense, for the most part, they've had their lapses, they've had some issues, but they haven't been bad. The other teams are just shooting the lights out. So it's a bit of, you know, some defensive struggles and just some dumb luck where teams have come into WECU Court and just absolutely caught fire. There's a look at the team. Coach Tony Dominguez had a chance to talk with his squad over halftime. Down 21. At one point, they were down 27. You can see RJ Seacrest's parents sitting right behind them, right over Daniel Hornbuckle's head. Dad wearing the Western hoodie. We saw his parents up here for senior night on Saturday. RJ, Dakota Ayala, and Luke Lovelady are our 3 seniors, and they're playing their final home game here tonight.
Got to be a bittersweet moment for RJ, for Dakota, for Luke Lovelady, for RJ's parents, and the other families as well. It's like, this is your final home game.
And you know, with RJ being a 5th-year senior, Luke's been in the program for 4 years. This is Ayala's first year. But I guarantee you, those guys don't want to end their home career on back-to-back 20-point losses. They lost by 18 on Saturday, down by 21 here tonight, but I promise you, they don't want it to end that way. They're going to see some fight here in the second half.
Vikings begin the final 20 minutes with the basketball. They need as many possessions as possible and then some to climb back in this one. Kickball is the call. It'll be Viking basketball. RJ Seacrest will inbound directly in front of us and the assistant coaches on the end of the Viking bench. Seacrest to Minnis.
As I mentioned, 9 different Vikings have scored, but 7 of them have 3 or fewer points.
Jalen Green, look at that swarming Yellow Jacket defense, and no pun intended there. That really was a collapsing, swarming D, and it got a turnover right back to the Yellow Jackets.
And that's what we've seen defenses doing to the Vikings in the last 3 games, and they keep going to the post. They haven't shown the ability to adjust off of that. When they get doubled in the post right now, it's all but over for them on offense.
Thacker loses the basketball. Seacrest dives after it, but he cannot quite save it. It'll be Yellow Jacket ball with 13 on the shot clock.
RJ Seacrest in the first half had 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal.
Wiggins and his 18 points.
Beautiful.
Moving without the basketball. Baseline is Thacker, and a late foul called. The Viking bench doesn't agree. Hornbuckle hit with the foul, and you see Seacrest talking to him. All smiles, good pat on the chest.
Look at that backdoor cut, though, by Thacker. You can see Hornbuckle very upset with that foul. Not a lot of contact at all and a very late whistle. But down 21, it's one of the toughest challenges here is just managing your emotions. Because it's hard. It feels bad to be down 22 points, but you have to find that mental fortitude. Keep your head held high. Believe in your team. Believe in your coaching. Believe in what you know. That there is a way to come out of this deficit. You just got to keep your head held high and work hard.
Damon Thacker has 15 on the night. Ayala to Seacrest. Seacrest right back to Ayala. Top of the key, he drains a three. 20-point ball game.
There's a way to get the second half opened up. Dakota Ayala does shoot 35% from beyond the arc. He's a big man with some range. Cuts it to a 20-point deficit.
Wiggins off the screen. Shabazz hands off to Thacker. Thacker bumped, loses the basketball, goes into backcourt. And Thacker has the ball touch the end line, so it'll be a turnover to Western Washington.
Dakota Ayala, the Yellow Jackets are running a high pick and roll, and Ayala is running what we call a hard hedge. As soon as the ball handler comes off the screen, Ayala, who's guarding the screener, he's actually taking a big step over to stop the ball carrier, and the Vikings are switching off of that. That last hedge actually caused that turnover.
Menace to Ayala. He hit 1-3, thought about another. Instead, finds Seacrest. Jalen Green explodes into the lane, left hand. Ball stripped and a foul called.
That will be the second personal foul of the half on the Yellow Jackets. Take a look at Jalen Green. Thought about the three, then drove in strong. Yeah, clear foul that time from Shabazz. And excuse me, that is their first team foul of the half.
Jalen out of Renton, Washington. Free throw is good.
Jalen is the 8th leading scorer in the GNAC, 15.7 points per game. He also leads the Vikings and is 7th in the GNAC with just under 7 rebounds. He actually leads the conference in blocks per game with 1.4.
Jalen just 4 points so far tonight. Well below his average. Two minutes gone by in half number two. Wiggins making it look easy with the three, 58-37, Yellow Jackets.
Coach Dominguez not happy with that defensive effort, saying, "What are you doing?" to his defenders.
Seacrest out of the corner, his three skims off the front rim. Yellow Jackets, another three out of the corner. It's Wiggins yet again.
I mean, bang, what else can you say? Yellow Jackets 2 of 2 from 3 to start off this second half.
17:27 remaining in half number two. 61-37 all Yellow Jackets. Back after this on Vikings TV.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Dakota Ayala trying to help the Vikings climb back in this one. There is Big Dak. 5 points so far tonight. Vikings need a lot more of that from Dak and the rest of the crew. They trail 61-37.
So far in this game, the Yellow Jackets shooting 66%, Vikings 43%.
Jalen Green, left side of the lane, goes up strong, off window.
It's a good shot for Jalen, nice little Euro step. 6 points for him.
Three minutes gone by in half number 2. Good look at Shabazz backing down Jalen Green in the paint.
That's now 20 points in the paint for the Yellow Jackets, and Shabazz just put him to work.
Hornbuckle to Green, his long jumper. 63-41. Green now has 8.
And that was a 2. He was about a foot inside the line on that long mid-range. There's that hard hedge.
You can't let any opposing player get that wide open in the lane. Ajanaku, wide open, easy bucket.
Yeah, that's the concern with the hedge, is that your big is now standing on the three-point line. So Ajanaku just rolled to the basket, and Ayala couldn't get there in time, and he ended up with the score.
Green's been the hot hand of late for the Vikings. Fade away, that's short. Rebounds to Ajanaku. Damon Thacker across half court for Montana State University Billings. Traveling should be the call, and it is. Nicholas Sebastio called for steps. Timeout on the floor. Jalen Green in the lane for the Vikings on Vikings TV.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
A look at Victory Viking, the Vikings cheer squad, and the fans here inside Carver Gym. Cupid shuffle going on. Trying to see some smiles inside Carver Gym, but the Viking faithful, it's been a struggle here tonight.
24-point deficit, and I'd like to see them take some smarter shots. A lot of the Viking shots right now very contested, kind of out of the rhythm of the offense. Let's see them run some complete sets and take shots they like.
Lovelady strong in the lane, left hand hook, short. Rebounds to Ajanaku. Thacker switching from left to right hand dribble. Wiggins. Shabazz back to Thacker. Thacker for 3. The first bad miss I've seen the Yellow Jackets have. Shabazz, his 3 short. Maybe the field goal percentage is starting to correct themselves. Lovelady strong in the lane.
Lovelady now with 9 points. He leads the Vikings. And one thing Western needs to do is get better on the glass. That's 4 offensive rebounds now for the Yellow Jacket. They're also plus 8 on the defensive boards.
Wiggins in front of his own bench, off the screen. Lovelady on him, loses the basketball, and a kick ball is called.
Here's a look at that last bucket. Minnis firing it over to Luke Lovelady. He's top 10 in the GNAC in shooting percentage, shooting over 50% tonight, 4 of 7.
Brent Finn and Malik Briquette check back in for Montana State Billings. Kai Johnson across half court for Western Washington. Johnson and Holden back in the game for the Vikings. Minnis, good move in the lane.
Good move in the lane, 2 back-to-back buckets, but still a 20-point deficit. Vikings got a long way to go.
One bucket at a time, one possession at a time. Continue to get stops and good things can happen. Thacker guarded by Johnson. Jalen Green switch. Down low, Briquette gets it to roll off the rim and in.
Briquette is now 3 of 3 from the floor. Haven't called on him very much, but he's delivered when he has.
Johnson is fouled. Be a foul on the floor. Foul on Brent Finn. Finn hasn't played many minutes, but he's getting all his fouls. He's got 3 already. Jalen Green, the turnaround. Money. Now we have a whistle. Basket is good. Foul charge to Malik Briquette. So the Vikings will get another possession.
And they need as many possessions as they could get. You can see Briquette really wrapping up and almost throwing Lovelady to the ground. Good on the referees for keeping their eyes on the floor and seeing that foul. It's now 3 team fouls for the Yellow Jackets, 1 for the Vikes.
Holden inbounds to Johnson. Johnson for 3. It's short, very short. But he tracks it down but can't save it in bounds. So the 20-point deficit remains 20. Yellow Jacket ball.
Johnson knew that one was short. As soon as he shot it, he started running after it, trying to get his own offensive rebound.
Offensive foul on the Yellow Jackets. Malik Briquette hit with the foul. That is his 3rd.
Briquette's been pretty involved in these last couple of possessions. You're going to call a moving screen. You see he just ever so slightly rocked those hips to the right to try and get in Minnis' way. If you're setting a screen, you got to stay still.
Green attacks the right side of the lane. He is fouled and will go to the line. You know, it seems to be that the halftime conversation in the Viking locker room may have been attack the rack, get into the paint, because that's what the Vikings have done so far in this second half, and it's working.
It certainly has, and unfortunately, it's not going well for Malik Briquette right now. He has 3 fouls in the last 2 minutes. He's up to 4 now. He's likely to get subbed out.
Green nails the first free throw.
Yeah, Briquette in just the last couple of possessions, he fouled Lovelady on that rebound attempt. He set that illegal screen, and then he just fouled Jalen Green, so he's going to get a long walk to the bench. That was how I used to play. A lot of fouls in very few minutes.
Got a quick talking to from head coach Mick Durham in his 4th season with the Yellow Jackets. Vikings now down less than 20.
And a point of advantage for them now. They're 2 fouls away from entering the bonus. Still haven't hit the halfway point in this half, so there could be a way they could generate some points.
Thacker finds Wiggins, and a foul is called on D'Angelo Minnis.
Minnis can't believe it, and I'm surprised they called it as well. He got a hand in there trying to swat the ball away. He must have caught skin of the ball handler. I couldn't quite see it. That was a very close foul in my opinion.
Thacker to Ajanaku. Thacker gets it back from the left elbow, short, right to Jalen Green. It's been a while since the Yellow Jackets have scored. Lovelady in the lane, outside Green. And an offensive foul called on Lovelady.
Lovelady and Coach Dominguez don't agree with it. Lovelady saying he didn't even touch him. Take a look at the replay. Pass to Jalen Green. Came up to try and set a screen, and he tripped over his ankles. That's a pretty tough call.
Coach Dominguez pleading with the officials to watch the replay, but they will not.
It's always tough when there's accidental contact because basketball's a non-contact sport. You can't hit him, but you get tripped up like that, it's tough.
Damon Thacker responds with a 3 for the Yellow Jackets. He has 15 tonight.
How about the 2 leading scorers for the Yellow Jackets on the season? Leading tonight as Kai Johnson flies in, no good. They'll get it back, but Wiggins right now, 24 points. He's 9 of 10 from the floor, and Thacker with 18. He's hit 3 triples. They've been tough.
Good ball movement by the Yellow Jackets. Lost the basketball out of bounds. We've got a timeout on the floor, 11:32 left. As you take a look at D'Angelo Minnis coming at you in your living room on Vikings TV. A look at the Yellow Jacket bench. A very comfortable lead. They're up 70-49 with 11:32 left. Shawn Walli with Ben Bagley on Valentine's Day. Hope it's been a good one for you on this Monday, an unusual Monday basketball game here in the GNAC, but it's a makeup of a postponement. And these two teams will know each other very well come Thursday.
Yeah, they're playing. They haven't played at all until this point. Playing on Monday, playing again on Thursday. Vikings certainly going to hope for a different result. Yellow Jackets, 21-point lead. They have been on fire.
Well, so far the Vikings have been gracious hosts to the Yellow Jackets as you see Wiggins along the baseline leading all scorers tonight with 26.
He's gotten that 26 fairly quietly as well, just very consistent. He's also 10 of 11 from the floor. Only missed shot he made was a three-pointer.
Minnis, the step back from about 15. Can't get it to go. Ball tapped out of bounds. It'll be Viking basketball. As I was starting to say, Ben, the Vikings so far have been gracious hosts to the Yellow Jackets. Maybe the Yellow Jackets will return the favor on Thursday.
That certainly may happen, but how about that pass from Sebastio finding Wiggins? And the Vikings offense right now, they're not taking a lot of shots in the system of their offense. There's a lot of broken plays, and it's resulting in a lot of, turnaround contested fadeaway jumpers. Let's see if they can, really run some offense and generate some good field goal opportunities for them.
Lovelady the bucket inside. Yellow Jackets by 21. Finn. They swing it around to Wiggins. Wiggins, the pick and roll, and a late foul called on Velp. That'll send Emmanuel Ujanaku to the line.
Ujanaku started this game just his 10th start of the year. Take a look at that pick and roll, and there's that high hedge. Vikings put the big man, was trying to defend the screen. Then once Ujanaku rolled, Nick Velp was behind him. And the only thing Velp could do is try and hack at him from behind, resulting in the foul. But Ujanaku averaging 6.8 rebounds per game. That's 6th in the GNAC. Misses that first free throw, just a 47% free throw shooter. So far in this game, Yellow Jackets shooting 65%. And get this, in their last 4 games, they've increased their scoring in every game. Earlier in the broadcast, I mentioned on February 7th at Alaska Fairbanks, they scored just 36 points in the loss. The next day, they scored just 57 points in a loss. Their last time out against Seattle Pacific, they won 70-54, and here they are with 73 points. So the MSUB offense starting to click.
Good time of year for it. The end of the conference schedule. Of course, all leading up to the GNAC basketball tournament that will be started at Seattle Pacific. Play-in games for teams ranked 7 through 10. And then whoever comes out of that and the rest of the field will be at St. Martin's College, St. Martin's University, I should say, in Lacey, Washington.
Agenico is going to get knocked with that foul. He's trying to block Nick Velp after Velp got the offensive rebound. Let's see, was there all ball? Mighty close, but Velp's going to head to the free throw line. And for the Vikings, I mentioned, MSUB ratcheting it up at the right time. Vikings have lost 4 of their last 5, in danger of falling to a 3-game losing streak. Maybe losers of 5 of their last 6. This was a team earlier in the season. They lost by 10 to the number 1 team in the country, Lubbock Christian. And they had some good wins over ranked opponents as well. They're, I believe they got up to 10th in the West region. They were trying to make a push to the top 25. And then these last 5 games, including this one, these last 6, it's been rough. They've fallen down to 8th in the GNAC, dangerously close to 500 on the season. They're 12-10.
10 minutes remaining, halfway through the second half in Bellingham, Washington. Yellow Jackets might not want the game to end the way they're playing. Finn with Hornbuckle on him. Left side of the lane, bumped and fouled. That foul will be on Daniel Hornbuckle.
Hornbuckle, that's his second personal foul. Hornbuckle's had a rough game today. 3 points, 1 of 4 from three-point land. That's his second game in a row where he's only taken shots from 3. On Saturday, he was 5 of 12 from deep.
Finn has more fouls than points tonight. Just the 1 point to match his jersey. Now 2 points, but still more fouls. He has 3.
Yeah, 2 points, 3 fouls. 0 of 1 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the free throw line.
Jalen Green from the right elbow. Double teamed, loses the basketball. Out of bounds, off of the Yellow Jackets.
RJ Seacrest set to inbounds this one. See Jalen Green go to work in the post. No, it's batted away.
Seacrest in the corner, nowhere to go. Somehow finds Hornbuckle, taps to Johnson. Outside, Seacrest gets it back. Johnson now in the corner. Shot clock violation, turning the ball over to MSUB.
Assistant coach is telling Kai Johnson, you got to shoot that. He was open in the corner, passed it up and drove inside, but he drove into Agenico, who's 6'11". And then the Vikings offense got all clustered up and not out of sync. Vikings coaches want Johnson to let it fly from the corner.
Vikings get a turnover. Good job by Seacrest on defense. Hornbuckle off the screen from Green. Green gets it, now Velp. Handoff, Kai Johnson. Green for 3. Off back iron, rebound to the Yellow Jackets. Out of bounds, off of the Vikings. Johnson will take a seat. You see him walking to the bench there. D'Angelo Minnis returns for Western Washington.
Jalen Green now 0 of 3 from deep, and you can see that play. That's one of the most brutal plays in basketball, in my opinion. You're jumping out of bounds, and you just chuck the rock at an opponent and hope to bounce it off him. Essentially a game of dodgeball, and Kai Johnson lost that round.
Wiggins and his 26 points leads all scorers. He gets it to Agenico. Finds Finn. Finn, top of the key. Shabazz gets Green up in the air, drives in the lane, and a foul is called on Jalen Green with 8:23 left.
Jalen Green is leading the Vikings with 12 points. He's 4 of 10 from the field, 0 of 3 from deep. Also 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block. But this is Shabazz at the free throw line. He knocks it down. He's the third leading scorer on the Yellow Jackets, 11 points to go along with 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Good game for the forward.
(77-52). All smiles in Montana right now.
And when you have the #1 defense in the conference, then you shoot 59% from 3, that's a pretty good combination.
Jalen Green fighting for that basket. Good effort.
That's a tough bucket, and Jalen Green likes tough buckets. I mean, in interviews before and even watching him shoot around pregame, he likes to take difficult shots, and he makes them.
Wiggins in the lane, nobody stopping him. He finds Shabazz outside. That 3 just rims out. Seacrest the rebound. He's across half court. Finds Jalen Green. Green, the pump fake, drives the lane. Foul called, and Jalen will go back to the free throw line.
That possession resulted in a foul and free throws for Jalen Green. When he drove in, there were 4 blue jerseys around him, and 3 Vikings were all kind of standing out on the three-point line trying to get him to pass it to him. As it is, it's a 23-point deficit for the Vikings, 7:28 left to play. When we come back, Jalen Green will be shooting some free throws.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
A look at the Western Washington Vikings wearing their home white jerseys. You know, Ben, I don't know if they can, but we watched part of that game at Central Washington Tuesday. Those bright blue jerseys, as people want to say Carolina blue, those are something to look at.
I call it baby blue is what I've always called it growing up.
I wish they could wear those here. I don't know if they can or not, but if they can, we need to work that in next season.
I know the home team is always, typically wears white. I wonder if the GNAC does have any flexibility on that because there are some beautiful jerseys.
And if you're superstitious, they won that game on Tuesday and they've lost since.
I'm curious now, maybe going on the road, not wearing their white jerseys, and maybe the light blue are just going to light blue out the season.
Green converts. Yellow Jackets across half court. Shabazz swings it around. Finn has it now. Double teamed. Shabazz gets it back. Finn was open. Instead, he fakes a pass, drives in the lane. Can't get it to fall. Menace comes away with it for the Vikings. He's got Hornbuckle. Doesn't give it up. Now he does a baseball pass to Green. Hornbuckle in the corner. Fires from 3. Short.
Hornbuckle just 1 of 5 from deep.
Wiggins, 26 on the night. Shabazz, looking inside. Finn, back outside. Damon Thacker looking for the alley-oop. Pass a little too high. But staying with it, getting the rebound and putback is Janaku.
Yeah, the pass was a little off, and Thacker's kind of smiling, laughing at himself running down the floor. But nice job by Janaku corralling it, even though he missed the first shot, getting it back. The 5th offensive rebound for the Yellow Jackets, and it was points.
Hornbuckle had it poked away. Battle for the basketball. And a foul was actually called on that one on Daniel Hornbuckle.
That will put the Yellow Jackets in the bonus.
A little confused on that call.
Yeah, well, I certainly didn't
Especially
see it.
with a 23-point deficit. And looked like, to me, Hornbuckle was trying to get the basketball.
It'll be a quick 30-second timeout for Coach Dominguez. Or we're stretching it full.
6:10 remaining, full timeout. We'll come back to Bellingham after this on Vikings TV.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
We're back here inside Carver Gym on WECU Court for the final 6:10. Shawn, Walli, Ben Bagley, our entire Vikings TV crew. As you take a look at Emmanuel Janaku at the free throw line for the Yellow Jackets, gives them their 80th point.
Also checking in for the Vikings is Javion Garrett. This is his 7th appearance of the season, averaging 3.2 points.
Good to see Garrett get some action. The redshirt freshman out of Rainier Beach High School in Seattle, Washington. Of course, a very famous high school in terms of producing good basketball players.
Speaking of high schools producing good basketball players, Linden Christian, the local high school here, they just won boys and girls the 1A district title. And both Avery and Riley Dykstra of the women's team hail from Linden Christian.
Always good basketball at Linden Christian, absolutely. Thacker, his pass swatted by Green. Here comes the aforementioned Garrett. Euro step in the lane, foul called. I believe Garrett will head to the line, indeed, and the foul is on Shabazz.
Here's Javion Garrett, some fresh legs. We started that Euro step near the free throw line, or on the free throw line. Nice job forcing some contact. Shabazz picked up his 3rd foul. And this is just the 6th free throw on the year for Garrett. He's now 2 of 6.
It's got to be tough sitting on the bench for a majority of the game. Get in there. You haven't shot a shot since pregame.
And your first shot is one where everyone's just sitting there watching you. And he nails the second.
Not only the fans in attendance, but the millions watching at home.
I heard today we had a bigger crowd than the Super Bowl, actually. More people watching this stream right now. What do you know?
If only we could charge what they get for Super Bowl commercials, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Wiggins, step back, good night. Wiggins signed, sealed, delivered this victory for the Yellow Jackets pretty much from the jump.
Yeah, Wiggins 28 points, 11 of 12 shooting. That includes 4 of 5 from 3. He has had a great night, to say the least.
Nice touch pass inside for the jam. Wow, Manuel Ajanaku, 85-57. Menace, they swing it out top. Ayala, his three.
I was looking at the numbers for Wiggins. He has 28 points in this game. That's the third time this season he's had 28 points, and his season high is 34. He had 28 against Seattle Pacific and Alaska Fairbanks and 34 against St. Martin's.
Thacker clangs off the back iron, but the offensive rebound to the Yellow Jackets. They reset. I don't think the shot clock reset, though, oddly enough. Only 6 to shoot. Thacker is fouled by Ayala. We've got a timeout on the floor. All Yellow Jackets tonight in Bellingham, 85-57 as you take a look at the dunk by Ajanaku on Vikings TV.
My path to a college degree would have been completely different had I not run Division II cross country for the University of Mount Olive. Having an athletic and academic scholarship was key for my success. Our coaches were really helpful with balancing out my academics and athletics. I decided to attend graduate school because I wanted to become an athletic director. Receiving the postgraduate scholarship through the NCAA provided me with the flexibility to choose the school that I wanted. So now I know that I can accomplish any goal that I set for myself.
Back here inside Carver Gym, a look at the Yellow Jacket bench. A happy bunch over there, led by head coach Mick Durham. 85-57 all Yellow Jackets tonight in Bellingham on the campus of Western Washington University. So you look at Damon Thacker heading to the free throw line, his 18 points tonight. Shawn Walli with Ben Bagley, our entire Vikings TV crew. Thank you for joining us on this Valentine's Day. Ben, the Vikings, things don't get much easier. They have to go to MSU Billings. They play again on Thursday, followed by Western at Seattle Pacific on Saturday. Then they finish up with games at Western Oregon and at Simon Fraser to wrap up the regular season schedule, ending on February 26th.
Yeah, Montana State Billings, these are all teams that the Vikings have already lost to. The Yellow Jackets, assuming the score stays the way it is, they lost to Seattle Pacific, they lost to Simon Fraser, and they lost to Western Oregon their last time out, so bit of a redemption tour for them.
Ivan Bullock in the game for Western Washington, getting some playing time. Holden had the previous bucket for the Vikings. Yellow Jackets turn it over.
Yellow Jackets in this game, they have 2 players with 20+. Wiggins has 28, Thacker 20, and 2 other players in double-digit scoring.
Garrett in the lane. Strong to the rack. His shot knocked out of bounds by Malik Briquette. Viking basketball with 3:05 left. Holden, his 3 off front iron. Rebound to the Yellow Jackets. They're off to the races. Joe Jones in the game. Look at the effort by the Yellow Jackets. They've emptied their bench, and they're still playing like it's a 2-point ball game. 7 to shoot. Sam Elliott. Out to Anders Epperly. Floater missed. Back come the Vikings. Kai Johnson. Cross to Holden. Holden wide open. 3 off front iron. MSUB the other way. Three in the corner. Joe Jones the miss. Back come the Vikings. Holden finds Johnson. Johnson in the lane. Good move. 2 minutes left.
Hey, Kai Johnson's had a nice game. 10 points now. 3 assists as well.
$87-61. Be happy traveling for Montana State Billings as the Vikings get the ball back. Turnover by the Yellow Jackets. Holden, no foul called. He stays with it and finally does get a foul called. Lucas will head to the line.
Holden has 5 points. This will be his first pair of free throws. Tough shot that time, but he went right back under it and grabbed his own offensive rebound. The Vikings have 3 players in double-digit scoring. Jalen Green has 16, Lovelady 11, Johnson with 10. Holden now 6 points. A rare off-shooting night for him. He's 1 of 4 from three-point land. He's the 10th best three-point shooter in the league.
Holden missed the free throw. Rebound to Emmanuel Akpan. Final 90 seconds here in Bellingham. Sam Elliott. Outside to Jones. Yellow Jackets using clock wisely. Jones, the drive, can't get it to go. Slams his fist into the padding on the wall. And Joe Jones out of St. Louis, Missouri will head to the line.
Joe Jones trying to get his first basket, and he got whacked over the face. He'll shoot 2. Something that I noticed about this Yellow Jacket roster is one of those rosters that is from all across the country. Just looking down where these players are from, you got Montana, Idaho, Wisconsin, Missouri, Wyoming, Florida, Minnesota, California, Indiana, Nigeria, Arizona. Got players from all over the place.
Emmanuel Ajanaku from Nigeria. He's a long way from home.
He certainly is.
Even further away from home being in Bellingham.
Yeah.
Final minutes here in Bellingham, Washington. Kai Johnson still fighting. Can't get it to go. Sam Elliott the rebound. Joe Jones thought about attacking the rack. Instead finds his teammate on the baseline. Malik Brickett with the bucket.
So for the Vikings, as we wind this down, going to be losers of 5 of their last 6 games. Their last game on Saturday against St. Martin's was an 18-point deficit. That was their second worst loss of the season. Their worst loss was a 19-point L to Seattle Pacific back on January 20th. Final score was 78-59. Right now, facing a 29-28-point deficit. It will be their largest loss of the year. And for Montana State Billings, their last time out against Seattle Pacific was their largest win of the year. It was a 16-point victory, 70-54. Neither team has had a 20-plus point win or loss until tonight.
Final 20 seconds here in Bellingham. I believe I will be talking to head coach Tony Dominguez post-game, our final opportunity to do so here in the regular season. Final seconds tick down. Western Washington heading back to their bench. 91-64, an impressive victory for Montana State University Billings.
A 27-point victory. Vikings in their last 2 games, that's now 3 losses in a row. Their last 2 games, they've lost by a combined 45 points. So 4 more games on the road. They have plenty to figure out, and then they'll be headed on to the GNAC tournament.
Players shaking hands, and these 2 teams will know each other even better as they play again Thursday night in Montana.
Yeah, they will. And Wiggins, what a game tonight for the Yellow Jackets. 28 points, 11 of 12 shooting. Thacker added 20. Leading scorer for the Vikings was Jalen Green with 16. Lovelady had 11.
An impressive game from Wiggins, leading all scorers with 28 for Montana State. Montana State improves to 12-11, 8-5 in conference. As head coach Tony Dominguez is gracious enough to sit down with me one final time in the regular season. Tony, tough one tonight.
Yes, great job by Montana State. Very good game for them. We definitely have hit a tough mental stretch.
You're going to know this Montana State team quite well because you get them again on Thursday night in Montana. What can you learn from this one to turn it around on Thursday?
You know, this is like all challenges in life. And I know I have some good friends who always make fun of some coach, but it's true. I mean, it's our basketball version of how you deal with adversity. And there's been a lot of years, a lot of games, even this year. You know, we've had a lot of great wins, and it's easy to play good defense, move the ball. When your mind is fried, when you're tired, when you're fatigued, we need to learn from this. So you ask how we need to bounce back mentally. That's really what it comes down to. Because what we're running now is the same things that beat all the good teams earlier in the season. When we had won at Central just a week ago, how we played so well last Tuesday. And so the last 3 games, as far as I can say I don't have the answers, I do. It's mental. It's mental. And as far as our help side and our defense, you can look at that. That really has everything to do with us not, being able to pull it together and just get tough again. And we will. And that's what I think that in coaching, that's why I coach, is to mentor. And we've had a lot of times. The last time we had league, we won the championship. And it's easy to hold up the banner and to say all the cool things. Everyone thinks you're smart. And trust me, this season's been very trying. But I will lead these kids, and I will show them how to work through adversity and pull through it, because life isn't always hanging up a banner. Although I do believe in this team. I think they're a great group of kids, and I think that if we can get our minds right, then we can beat anybody. So if that's where our guys can get to mentally, I believe this team can beat anybody in the country. We played Lubbock Christian, who was the #1 team in the country, and we were ahead the entire game until the last 4 minutes. And we had a couple of lapses that caused us to lose that game. And so if we can be ahead against the #1 undefeated team in the country for 36 minutes, then I know that we can beat anybody. So my job is to continue to work with these young men and to get them to, it's not buy in, they're bought in. It's get them to overcome the mental block that we're in.
Is it as simple as
yes,
wipe this away, forget about it, and wake up tomorrow and move forward?
Well, I mean, you can say wipe this away and forget about it. I think that what we need to do is to get our minds believing again. And, the way that the schedule is working, everyone's doing it, so it's not, but for this particular team, playing every other night has not helped. The way that the season has gone and how choppy it is has not helped. It's not an excuse, but it's reality. It's not an excuse, but it's reality that for this particular team, we've gotten fatigued. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have a day off. Wednesday will be a light practice. So hopefully having 2 days off will give us the mental capacity to come out and compete. And if they do that, I honestly, I believe in every one of these guys on our team. So I'm not down on them at all. We're going to push to get over that mental block.
Coach, thanks for your time tonight, and best of luck on the road, and I look forward to seeing you in the GNAC tournament.
Yeah, you know what? Appreciate all the home games, and great job. You've done a fabulous job.
Thank you,
and
sir.
Thanks for all the fans watching, and go Vikes.
Go Vikes indeed. Tony Dominguez will take his team on the road. 4 final games on the regular season schedule, and then we'll see how things turn out as they move forward, potentially in the conference tournament. Ben Bagley, your final thoughts in a game that, man, The Yellow Jackets look good tonight.
Yeah, it's a tough final 2 games for the Vikings at home. 2 pretty big losses, but still 4 games on the road. Still the Dreamhack tournament to come. This season is far from over. Just got to regroup, recover, and keep on going. And Shawn, it is Valentine's Day, and I just got to say, I love Western basketball, and I love you. Thank you so much for such a great season. You know, I am a senior this year. This very well could have been my last men's basketball broadcast, and for the last 3 years, Shawn, I have had an absolute blast doing this with you. Thank you very much.
Ben, it's been great getting to know you and great working with you. You are a fabulous analyst in the GNAC and on Vikings TV.
But we are not done. We have 4 more women's games coming up, one on Thursday, one on Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. So still 4 more games. 4 games in 6 days from WECU Court. It'll be a fun way to close out the year.
Hopefully by Monday and Tuesday we still have a voice left.
That would be the plan. That would be ideal.
Montana State Billings. The Yellow Jackets come into Bellingham and they leave with a victory. 91-64 over the Vikings. These 2 teams do battle again Thursday night, this time in Montana. Ben and I will talk to you next Thursday evening for women's basketball. Everybody, hope you had a great Valentine's Day. The night is still young,
Yes,
so
it
if
is.
you forgot roses, flowers, dinner, cake, you still got time to get some. Hey, we even have cupcakes here.
Hey, I'm headed to Hagen's right after this. I got to make a late purchase.
For everybody at Vikings TV, thank you for watching. Have a great Valentine's evening. Shawn, Walli, Ben Bagley, good night.